In the vast land of Australia, where the endless skies meet the red earth, the story of resilient farmers facing off against wild dingo dogs, cunning predators, and daring hunters begins. It's a battle not just for the survival of their livestock, but also a mentally challenging showdown, where every dawn carries fear and determination. Let's explore how their strategies and creativity will pan out. Dingo, a wild icon of Australia, has been an integral part of this continent's ecosystem for thousands of years. Research suggests that dingoes arrived in Australia alongside the first human migrants from Asia, at least 300 years ago, though some sources propose an even longer history. Dingoes aren't entirely native, but they still play a natural role in Australia's ecosystem, impacting the balance of many other species. 3. As Europeans began to settle in Australia and introduce livestock farming, the relationship between humans and dingoes became strained. Dingoes, with their natural hunting instincts, often preyed on livestock like sheep and cattle, causing significant losses for farmers. This conflict not only created economic damage, but also raised questions about how to sustainably manage this species. Another way to protect the livestock is to counterattack dingoes by setting traps and hunting them. Hunting dingoes in Australia is completely legal and follows animal welfare regulations. It is not an act of cruelty or harm towards them. This is regulated and permitted under Australian law. Using firearms to hunt dingoes in Australia requires strict adherence to legal regulations. Farmers and hunters must have legal permits for firearm use and follow safety rules regarding ammunition. This includes registering firearms, meeting training requirements, and adhering to restrictions on weapon use in residential or conservation areas. Unauthorized firearm use not only violates the law, but also poses risks to people and livestock. Using firearms for dingo hunting requires skill, caution, and an understanding of dingo behavior. Farmers often hunt them in areas where they are frequently seen or near livestock grazing areas. In addition, when it comes to protecting livestock from dingoes, using guard dogs has become quite common. These dog breeds are not only strong, but also loyal and protective of the herd, as if it's a part of their own pack. Some popular guard dog breeds in Australia include Maremma Sheepdog, Anatolian Shepherd, and Australian Cattle Dog. Training guard dogs requires patience and consistency. Puppies are often introduced to the livestock environment from a young age, so they become familiar with the scent and behavior of the herd, thereby developing a bond and protective instincts. Training also involves teaching them to react to threats and obey their owner's commands. This training is not only necessary to protect the livestock, but also to ensure that they don't harm the herd. To prevent attacks on farmers' livestock, using dingo fences is one of the most important measures to protect them. The structure of these fences typically includes steel mesh and barbed wire, with sufficient height to prevent dingo dogs from jumping over and enough depth to keep them from digging through. Sometimes, they are even equipped with electric wires to enhance their effectiveness. However, there are undeniable limitations as well. Maintaining and repairing dingo fences is a costly and labor-intensive process. Additionally, these fences can have negative impacts on the natural environment by impeding the movement of other wildlife species. In the effort to protect livestock from dingoes, close monitoring and herd management are crucial. This often involves measures such as 16. Farmers regularly check their livestock, especially during times when dingoes are most active, such as at dawn or dusk. The use of technology like surveillance cameras and motion sensors helps monitor livestock and detect the presence of dingoes from a distance. Patrols and watchmen. Some farmers organize patrols around livestock areas, especially at night, to detect and prevent any dingo threats early on. Many farmers choose to keep their livestock in pens or secure areas at night when dingoes are more active. These areas are often sturdy and equipped with protective fences to prevent dingo intrusion. In the battle against the invasion of dingo dogs, Australian farmers are increasingly using advanced technologies to monitor and protect their livestock. Surveillance cameras and motion sensors. Cameras installed around the farming area record activities in the area and alert farmers to the presence of dingo or other wild animals. Drones are used for aerial surveillance, providing a wide view and the ability to monitor large grazing areas, especially useful in large livestock areas. GPS devices attached to livestock help track their location and movement behavior, quickly detecting any anomalies related to the presence of dingo. Australian farmers, through the application of these management methods, not only protect their livelihoods but also contribute to the conservation of an important and unique species. The balance between protecting livestock and preserving dingo is a prime example of how humans can sustainably integrate and interact with the natural world around them.